Spider-Man Brand New Day is the best film in Tom Holland's Spider-Man franchise. Let's talk. Just like its title, this film actually feels like a fresh start. For the first time in MCU Spider-Man franchise, it actually feels like the focus is completely on Peter Parker. Now there are many characters in the film, but it doesn't feel like they are fighting for attention. Most of them appear naturally as part of the world without actually hijacking the story. Now this was one of my main issues with the earlier Tom Holland films. कभी किसी में टोनी स्टार्क है, कभी किसी में MCU के कुछ ज़्यादा ही elements डाल दिए, कभी किसी में दूसरे स्पाइडरमैन आ गए. It never felt like the film belonged to Peter Parker. Well, not this time. Now the ending of No Way Home haunts this entire film. Peter's loneliness isn't just mentioned, it's felt. And because of that, the emotional core of the film hits incredibly hard. The film genuinely made me feel like that lonely, depressed young guy again. And I mean that in the most positive way possible. You actually relate to this version of Peter a lot. His longing for friendship, love, and an ordinary life is painfully real. And that's exactly why Spider-Man, a 64-year-old comic book character, remains my most favorite superhero. Now, one of the things this film does really well is pacing. Nowadays, a modern blockbuster has to just run from one scene to another, constantly giving you stimuli, constantly giving you action scenes and, comedic dialogue. This film has therav. It has pauses, it gives time to its movements, to its emotions, to its characters. There is not one instance in this film where the movie felt rushed. And more importantly, it never feels like the film is wandering either. It constantly stays on its path, telling the story it wants to tell. There is a beautiful sense of focus throughout. The film smartly drops us into an already established superhero world. Villains already exist, Spider-Man has already fought many of them. Instead of wasting half the runtime setting everything up, it simply shows a quick montage of him taking down different villains and moves on. Simple, efficient, and exactly what the story needed. Now, the villain. Marvel has mostly kept the identity of the villain under wraps. Or so they think. I mean, most of us kind of know who is the villain in this film and who is playing the villain, but this is a spoiler-free review, so I can't talk about it. Well, throughout most of the film, you don't get a sense that there is a traditional villain in the film. Let's be real, guys. The real villain is again CBFC. Foreigners लोग किस नहीं कर सकते हमारी movies में काट. The actual antagonist of the film didn't work for me initially, but then they do something with the character that made it work for me by the end of the film. It's again weaved into the story really well. Now talking about rest of the cast, Tom Holland is phenomenal. He plays these everyday, ordinary guy characters really well. I think he's one of those rare actors that can make you smile or cry instantly with his expressions. He carries the weight of the entire film on his shoulders, and he does it really well. This is easily one of my most favorite Peter Parkers. Zendaya is wonderful, C.D. Sink is excellent, Mark Ruffalo also gets some good moments, but especially want to talk about Jacob Batalon, who plays Ned Leeds. His performance as Ned Leeds feels so effortless that he instantly reminds you of that one close friend all of us had in our more younger and innocent years. The chemistry and the story of these three friends, Ned, MJ, and Peter, is the emotional heart of the film. And then there is Punisher. John Bernthal absolutely rocks. It's very easy for crossover characters to feel forced, like they're only there for applause, but not in this case. Punisher genuinely contributes to Peter's story, and every scene between both of them is gold. And also, Hulk is back. And not the Professor Adhyapak teacher Hulk. The OG Hulk is back. Albeit for a few minutes, his scenes are really good. Marvel, more Hulk, please. What makes Brand New Day so special for me is how close it comes to my most favorite Spider-Man film of all time, Spider-Man 2. That film understood that Peter Parker is as important as Spider-Man, and this film understands that too. Watching Peter struggle to reconnect with the people he loves and those he lost is genuinely heartbreaking. And you know why this works, why this actually works? Because at some point in all of our lives, we have been that Peter, trying to reconnect with the people we love. Watching MJ, Ned, and Peter together actually reminded me a lot of the coming-of-age films I used to love during my college years. Those young, innocent years. लड़कपन के सुहावने दिन. Of course, it's not all emotions, okay? This is a Spider-Man film. This is a superhero film. This is an action film. And all the superhero action stuff actually delivers. First of all, thank you Marvel, thank you so much for keeping him in the suit and in the mask as much as possible. I love that. I mean, superheroes are supposed to stay in their superhero uniforms, and especially when it comes to Spider-Man, who maybe has the best superhero costume ever. In so many of the older Spider-Man films, especially the Tobey Maguire and the Andrew Garfield era, Peter spent way too much time without the mask. Not here. And this new suit, it's gorgeous. So before this, my favorite Spider-Man suit was the one in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. And for this rendition, I think they took the best bits out of all the suits and made the best one yet. I was never a fan of the Tom Holland suit before this film. I think they always felt not Spider-Man-ish. I mean, the suit is amazing. Color, texture, subtle shine, and those expressive moving eyes. Chef's kiss. It also looks amazing in action. The Hulk fight is amazing. Another standout is the action scene with the hand and the web swinging. Oh my god, so good. Again, my favorite web swinging was in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. This film clearly takes inspiration from that movie and the PlayStation games, and the result is probably the best live action web swinging we have ever seen. Finally, the director of the film, Destin Daniel Cretton, deserves a lot of credit. His last film was Shang-Chi. Now, we all knew that he could direct action because the action in that film was great. But from his earlier films like Short Term 12, you could also see that he also directs emotion really well. He directs performances really well. And this film brings both of his strengths together beautifully. He really directs those bigger than life action set pieces really well, but is also great with those smaller, intimate, emotional moments. It would have been so easy for any other filmmaker to make this into another giant MCU spectacle, especially when this is the last film before Doomsday. Instead, he keeps things really grounded and emotional. The action doesn't inspire the characters inspire the action. And that's exactly why this film works. For me, this is one of the very best MCU films since Endgame. Maybe the best one since that. Just feels great to be an MCU fan again. Go watch it in a theater in 2D if possible. If you like this review, please follow me on my Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.
The Spidey Tracker app says that Spider-Man is in the direct vicinity.
Oh yeah? No way, that's crazy.